Welcome to the Evolution Exchange. I've got Larissa here from PolarSevan. Good morning, Larissa. How are you?
Hi, good morning. Good, how are you?
I'm good, thank you. And just for the listeners, we'll just get you to do an introduction or a basic intro in terms of your role and responsibilities at PolarSevan.
All right. So I joined PolarSevan around 2 years ago. Now I'm head of consulting. So everything coming to the company, it comes to me, and I make sure everyone is happy with the delivery.
Yeah.
Also make sure our team is happy. So basically that's it. Head of consulting.
Awesome. And then in terms of the technical questions, so what's the one piece of career advice you wish someone had given you when you were starting out your career in technology?
So maybe that's it's interesting, but really worked to me for me, and which is sometimes when we work in IT, we tend to be focusing on the task that we are doing, mainly if you have a technical role. So a piece of career advice, that really worked well my whole life, not only in IT, it's just try to have a broader vision of everything you're doing. Not only what you're doing, but like how your team work, who are the people that you work with, what's your company business, because believe me or not, sometimes you just get your list of tasks to implement, and then you start, that's me in the beginning, but like start coding and deliver the task. But any work, it's so much more than that, and you can find ways to improve yourself, to improve your team, to improve your company, to be a better asset to the company if you try to think outside of the box. Not only to the solution that they're implementing, but know who are your customers and why your company doing the way they're doing. So yeah, just a career advice, it's think outside the box and try to deliver a little bit more than it's expected.
So start with the end goal in mind as well.
Exactly. Yeah.
And for the people who obviously haven't come across you before, what was your career journey? Obviously, if you give us a brief recap, I know you obviously started in development and now you're in consulting. So what's the history in terms of your, tech career?
So a quick brief, it's actually before IT, I used to work with international sales.
Yeah.
It was a pretty cool job, by the way. I used to travel a lot to see my clients. I was working for European companies, so all the time I was in different countries seeing my clients. And then the moment that changed everything, it was 2020 with COVID. And I think that's the most typical answer for everyone.
Yeah.
The piece of my career that I used to enjoy the most was the travels. So I was doing that because I was able to be in the different country every month and talk to people every month. But then with COVID and no trips anymore, I got a lot of free time, and I realized that I was not really enjoying what I was doing if it wasn't because of the travels.
Yeah.
So during the lockdown in Europe, I started to do so much random things. Like I tried to learn piano, tried to learn Italian. I was doing some random workouts, and one of the things that I started doing was start coding and watch YouTube videos about coding. And I was like, oh, this is actually fun. I can do something with that. And then I started doing it for fun. And because, we had 24 hours at home. So in this point, it was a really big decision for me. In 1 year, from 2020 to 2021, I was like, that's what I want to do in life. So I like IT. I like all the possibilities that I have on my hand. So That's what I want to do. And then I just, I start. I got my first job with a Spanish company. So it was interesting. It was like a junior role, of course. And that moment, I was like, oh my God, now it's real life. It's not more YouTube videos I need to deliver. And I was very lucky because I had my senior with me all the time. And I still talk to him sometimes. Such a good but back to the question. The moment for me was first when I decided to change careers, start IT, and have someone with me when I first started. So this senior, I don't know if he knows, and by the way, Nuno, if you're watching this at some point, know that it had a great impact in my life. So yeah, have someone with me. And the third point, I would say, it was when I decided to move from Portugal to Australia. So it was a big challenge because it was a completely different market, completely different way of work, and I had to readapt. So I had this, it was a big challenge, but I think now I'm much better than before.
Yeah. And obviously you started in a different career. You've gone into technology. Was it hard to make the transition? Because obviously getting employment is difficult nonetheless, regardless what walk of life. How did you go about landing your first IT role? Was that an easy experience or difficult?
Honestly, I think having a different background, it's 50-50. It helped me in some ways, and the other ways was hard. Like if I compare myself back in the days with someone that was already in IT, of course, this person was much better technically than I was. But that's what I mentioned when we started, like be able to have a different vision about the same thing. So I think I brought a lot of my sales experience to IT. When I say, okay, I'm doing this task, but why I'm doing that? What is the outcome the customer is expecting? Why is this good for the business? So I think I was able to have a broader and more holistic vision of what I was doing.
Rather than just writing code.
Exactly. And which led me to the role I have now, like managing a team, because then I can mix the technical knowledge and this holistic vision as well. So but the transition, was not gonna say it was easy, but was enjoyable. So it was a COVID moment. So I was at home, my computer, and I was super, super excited with everything I was doing. So it was kind of fun.
Yeah, awesome. And then in terms of the next question, it kind of leads into it, but what would you say was the most pivotal moment in your career journey? You've obviously mentioned the senior you started with that was mentoring and helping you out. You've obviously transitioned into head of consulting with PolarSevan at the moment. What would you say is the most pivotal moment? Was it making the transition to technical management, or moving into IT, or blending into both? What was, if you look back, I guess, what's the most important part of your tech career so far?
I think it's moving to the role I have now. Because before I was super excited, and it was just, when you have a junior position, you basically do things for yourself and you have a lot of people helping you. But when you move to a leadership role and you have people reporting to you, you're responsible for the way they perform. So I think it was more nervous with this one than it was before. It's a lot of responsibility that you need to take care of. So
and in terms of approaching challenges and responsibilities and different requirements, again, you mentioned you're responsible for not now yourself but others. How do you approach challenges or setbacks within that now?
So I don't know if this term exists in English, but just is sleep with the problem or something.
Reverse engineering, basically. Start with the problem in mind and work backwards. Is that
Yeah.
what? Yeah, yeah,
It's actually like if something challenging happens now, just take a day to answer to it. Like, unless of course it's urgent, but it's
yeah,
something that if time, just think about it, because not always your first answer is the correct one.
yeah,
So if it's not an urgent matter, and someone comes to me with a challenge, I always say, okay, let me get back to you with that. And
yeah,
then you actually try to think about everything that involves the challenge, and
yeah,
then you sleep at night. That's where the term comes from. You sleep
yeah,
with the problem.
yeah. Fair
And
enough.
then, yeah, well,
So don't act on impulse, basically.
exactly. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
And then perhaps tomorrow we can have like a better vision, and then sometimes the challenge is not even that big.
yeah,
So
definitely.
that's usually how I approach things.
Yeah, I'd say I'd have a similar vision. I've definitely reaped the rewards of not answering to things straight away and actually thinking them through and wondering if they're important or unimportant and how best to solve them. So I'll just get you to briefly give us an overview of PolarSevan. Obviously, you're representing them in some capacity today. Just for the viewers that haven't heard of the business or have worked in conjunction with it, could you just give us a quick rundown of what you do?
Yeah, sure. So PolarSevan, we are a Sydney-based company. We are AWS Advanced Consulting Partner. We basically, summarizing really quickly, we basically help business to move, manage, and optimize their cloud environment on AWS. So we provide a range of service like cloud migration and managed service. So once you're in the cloud, we keep supporting you. And we provide DevOps service, security, so everything that we can do to help companies to optimize their cloud environment, we do it. And we have a really customer-centric approach. So for us, it's basically understand our customers' business and try to grow together.
Awesome. Well, look, I want to thank you for joining me today. So thank you for your time. It's been a pleasure having you. And I can't wait to obviously get it edited up and show you the finished product.
Yeah, thank you very much. It was such a pleasure.